My dear brothers and sisters, as you sit here listening, I want you to take a slow breath and ask yourself a simple question. What kind of character am I carrying into my life every single day? Not the image people see, not the words you say when you are trying to be your best, but the quiet, real you, the you that Allah knows, the you that appears when you are tired, when you are stressed, when no one is watching, when your guard is down, because this is the true character of a Muslim. And sometimes we forget to look at that person, the one behind the scenes, the one only Allah sees. And maybe you have moments where you feel distant from your best self. Maybe you wake up and feel a heaviness, a sense that you want to be better, but you don't know where to start. Maybe your reactions feel rushed. Maybe your intentions feel muddled. Maybe your patience is thinner than you want it to be. And maybe you ask yourself, how do I return to the character that is pleasing to Allah? How do I soften what has become hard? How do I heal what has become wounded inside me? These questions are not signs of weakness. They are signs of awakening. They are signs that your heart is still alive, still sensitive, still longing for its creator. Pause for a moment. Think of a time when someone showed you kindness you did not expect. Think of how it softened you. Or a moment when someone was patient with you even though you were struggling. These small, quiet acts of beauty. This is the character a Muslim carries. This is the character that reflects light in a dark world. And this character does not appear overnight. It is built through intention, through awareness, through humility, and through remembering Allah in the private corners of your heart. But let me ask you something gently. When was the last time you checked your intentions before speaking, before reacting, before correcting someone, before responding to a difficult moment? Sometimes we act so quickly that we forget the state of our heart. We forget that our words can build or break. We forget that our silence can heal or hurt. And we forget that every moment is an opportunity to choose the character that brings us closer to Allah. I want you to imagine something. Imagine you are holding a mirror, but instead of showing your face, it shows your heart. What would you see today? Would you see sincerity? Or would you see exhaustion? Would you see gratitude? Or would you see frustration? Would you see hope? Or would you see fear? Whatever you see, know that Allah is inviting you to grow. He is inviting you to refine your character, not through grand gestures, but through the small, consistent habits that shape who you are. Now, think about your daily interactions. The family members you speak to every day, the colleagues you work with, the strangers you meet. Ask yourself, am I bringing peace into these interactions? Or am I bringing my stress? Am I offering understanding? Or am I offering judgment? Because the character of a Muslim is not measured in prayer alone. It is measured in how prayer transforms you. It is measured in how your connection with Allah softens your responses, purifies your intentions, and elevates your conduct. And maybe you feel like you are struggling in this journey. Maybe you feel like you fall short more than you rise. But I want you to hear this with your heart. Growth does not come from perfection. It comes from awareness. It comes from humility. It comes from returning to Allah again and again, even when you feel you are returning with the same mistakes. Because every return purifies, every attempt shapes your character a little more, let me share a gentle reminder with you. The Prophet, peace be upon him, was not followed because he spoke the loudest or argued the best. He was followed because his character touched hearts, his mercy embraced people, his patience calmed their fears, his humility made them feel seen, and his kindness invited them to hope again. This is the leadership of character. This is the character that transforms communities. And each one of us is capable of reflecting a small portion of that beauty in our own lives. So let me ask you again, what character are you choosing today? When someone irritates you, do you choose patience or reaction? When someone misunderstands you, do you choose clarity or anger? When someone makes a mistake, do you choose mercy or pride? These small decisions, these tiny forks in the road, are where character is formed. And every time you choose what Allah loves, even silently, even when no one knows, you elevate yourself. But character is not only about how we treat others. It is also about how we treat ourselves. Are you gentle with yourself when you fall short? Or do you drown in self-criticism? Are you hopeful in your own growth? Or do you believe you are stuck where you are? The character of a Muslim is anchored in hope, not despair, in effort, not excuses, in intention, not image, in sincerity, not performance. And maybe you have moments where you feel like people do not see your efforts. They do not see your struggles. They do not see the work you are doing inside your heart. But Allah sees it. Every time you bite your tongue to avoid hurting someone. Every time you forgive even when it still hurts. Every time you walk away from a reaction you wanted to give. These are victories. These moments are unseen acts of worship. Take a breath, come back to your heart. Feel the quiet space within it. Ask yourself, what do I want Allah to see in my character today? Not tomorrow, today. Because the character you carry today shapes your tomorrow. And if you want a tomorrow filled with peace, with purpose, with alignment, you must plant those seeds now. This is where transformation begins. In the smallest choices, in the quietest reflections, in the moments you decide to be intentional, in the moments you remember that your character is not just about other people. It is a reflection of your relationship with Allah. And when that relationship deepens, everything within you begins to shift. Your tone softens. Your patience expands. Your presence becomes lighter. And your life begins to feel more meaningful. So start here. Start with awareness. Start with sincerity. Start with one small change. Because one small change in character can ripple through your entire life. And when you choose growth, when you choose humility, when you choose kindness, you are not just becoming a better person, you are becoming a more conscious, more aligned, more spiritually anchored Muslim. And that is a gift to the world. And as you sit with these reflections, I want you to remember something essential. Character is not built in moments of ease. It is revealed in moments of challenge. When everything is calm, patience is simple. When everyone agrees with you, humility is effortless. But the true test comes when the situation presses on your heart. When someone speaks unjustly. When life feels heavy. When disappointment drains your energy. And if you find yourself reacting in ways you are not proud of, do not lose hope. Do not say, this is who I am. For this is who you were in that moment. But who you become next is your choice. Growth is always available. Realignment is always possible. Allah never closes the door to those who want to refine their hearts. Before you start your day, pause and ask, what character do I want to embody today? Do I want to be patient? Do I want to be grateful? Do I want to be gentle? Do I want to be mindful in my speech? Intention is like a light. It guides your steps before you take them. And throughout your day, when frustration rises, place your hand over your chest and breathe. Ask yourself, what does Allah want from me in this moment? Not what ego wants, what Allah loves. This single question can shift your reaction. Day by day, your character becomes anchored in something deeper than emotion. It becomes anchored in your connection to Allah. And when that happens, your life begins to change. You feel calmer. You feel clearer. You feel more aligned. So let your character be your dua. Let your kindness be your message. Let your humility be your strength. Let your sincerity be your beauty. And remember, every small effort counts. Every time you pause before speaking, every time you choose patience over reaction, every time you forgive when it feels difficult, you are shaping a heart Allah loves. These moments may seem small, but they build a character that becomes your true beauty. As we continue this reflection, let us think gently about the ripple effect of our character. Every action, no matter how small, touches someone else's heart. When you choose to respond with patience instead of anger, you may never realize how it changes someone's day or even their life. The character of a Muslim is not measured solely by ritual acts, though they are beautiful and essential. It is measured by the way those rituals form the heart, the way they shape intentions, the way they influence behavior in the hidden corners of life. Every smile offered in sincerity, every word spoken in truth, every act done with love, these are the quiet markers of a heart connected to Allah. Pause and reflect. When someone wrongs you, what rises first in your heart? Is it the desire to react or the capacity to forgive? These moments, though brief, define your character. They are the tests of sincerity, of humility, and of faith. And even if your first response is imperfect, there is always room to correct, to realign, to soften your heart once more. Allah's mercy is vast, and every return is a step toward the refinement of your character. I want you to picture yourself standing before your own heart, holding it tenderly in your hands. What does it need? Does it need patience, compassion, humility, or courage? Every quality of character is like a seed, requiring daily care, attention, and intention. We cannot grow the fruit of sincerity without planting the seed of mindfulness. We cannot nurture compassion without tending to our own inner wounds first. And we cannot reflect the mercy of Allah to others unless we are willing to forgive ourselves for our mistakes. And perhaps you feel discouraged at times. You may feel that despite your prayers, despite your efforts, you remain distant from the character you aspire to embody. But listen carefully, character is not perfected in a single day. It is built slowly, patiently, and intentionally through repeated choices. Every small act of kindness, every conscious effort to speak gently, every deliberate pause before reacting. These are the bricks of your character, quietly building a structure that stands firm through storms. Think of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, how he engaged with the world with unwavering gentleness, how his character radiated patience and mercy. Even in moments of great trial, his demeanor reflected a heart anchored in Allah. And this is what we are invited to emulate, not to perform perfectly, but to cultivate a heart that strives toward mercy, patience, sincerity, and humility every single day. Our life is the practice ground for this character, and every moment is an opportunity to grow. Now, consider your relationships, your family, your friends, your colleagues. How often do we miss the chance to bring light into someone's life because we are caught in hurry, frustration, or distraction? Pause and let awareness rise within you. Let every word you speak be a reflection of the mercy and kindness you wish to embody. Let every interaction carry intention, not impulse, because the character of a Muslim extends beyond rituals. It is woven into every breath, every smile, every choice, and every glance. And what about the way we handle difficulty? Life is not always gentle, and often we are tested in ways that shake our hearts. But the true measure of our character emerges in these moments. Do we despair, or do we anchor ourselves in hope? Do we react with resentment, or do we pause and seek Allah's guidance? Do we blame, or do we take responsibility for our choices? These decisions, small though they may seem, cultivate resilience, integrity, and a heart that radiates calm and clarity, and even amidst turbulence. Reflect, how do you treat your inner self? The character of a Muslim is not only revealed outwardly, but inwardly, in the way we speak to ourselves, the way we forgive our own mistakes, the way we nurture our own growth. If you cultivate patience and kindness inwardly, it will naturally spill outward. If you cultivate humility and gratitude within, your interactions with the world will echo these qualities. Inner alignment is the foundation of outward excellence. And so, treat your heart as a garden, gently tending each thought, each intention, each emotion. Let us also reflect on accountability. Character flourishes when we hold ourselves responsible, not in shame, not in judgment, but in awareness. To reflect, did my actions today reflect my intentions? Did my words honor my faith? Did my heart remain connected to Allah even when I felt distracted or overwhelmed? This gentle practice of reflection allows us to course, correct with compassion, nurturing a character that grows more aligned, more patient, more loving over time. Consider the power of gratitude. The Prophet, peace be upon him, taught that gratitude shapes the heart. When we are mindful of blessings, when we recognize both the obvious and hidden gifts of Allah, our character softens. Gratitude encourages humility, patience, and resilience. It reminds us that life, with its trials and joys alike, is a sacred trust. And as we cultivate gratitude daily, our hearts naturally reflect light, even in moments of challenge. And perhaps there are moments when you feel small, insignificant, or unseen. Remember, character is not built for recognition. It is cultivated for Allah's sake, in sincerity, in the quiet moments where no one else witnesses your effort. Every choice you make to act with kindness, patience, or integrity is an investment in a heart that is pleasing to Allah and a life that radiates subtle but profound influence. True transformation is silent, steady, and intentional. Now, let us gently reflect on humility. How often do we allow pride, even small pride, to dictate our actions? Humility is not weakness. It is awareness of our limitations, our dependence on Allah, and our interconnectedness with others. When we embrace humility, our character is softened. Our reactions are tempered. Our hearts become spaces of generosity and openness. And the beauty is that humility invites Allah's guidance into every decision, every interaction, every choice. Think about your words. How often do we speak without considering the weight of our speech? A single word can heal or harm. A single phrase can lift a heart or wound it. The character of a Muslim is reflected in mindful speech, words that are gentle, truthful, and intentional. And when we cultivate this awareness, our character becomes a sanctuary, a space of safety, encouragement, and light for those around us. And as we reflect further, consider patience. Patience is more than enduring discomfort. It is an active cultivation of grace under pressure. It is the choice to respond with calm when circumstances tempt us toward anger. It is the choice to forgive when resentment rises. It is the choice to persevere in effort when immediate results are unseen. Patience is a cornerstone of character, shaping the heart into a vessel of resilience, clarity, and peace. Finally, let us return to intention. The Prophet, peace be upon him, reminded us that actions are judged by intentions. Your character, your growth, your refinement begins with intention. Intention is the compass that directs your actions, the light that illuminates your choices, the quiet voice that whispers, "This is what Allah loves." Every day, renew your intention. Every moment, check your alignment. And let every act, no matter how small, be a reflection of a heart devoted to growth, sincerity, and service. So today, let your character be intentional. Let it be patient, humble, compassionate, forgiving, and sincere. Let your kindness be quiet yet powerful. Let your presence reflect calm and clarity. Let your speech carry truth and warmth. Let your interactions radiate mercy and love. And let every moment of your life be an opportunity to embody the qualities that Allah loves, that the Prophet exemplified, and that your heart longs to express. And as you move forward from this reflection, remember, growth is not linear. There will be days of struggle, days of missteps, days when your character feels tested. But these are not failures. These are opportunities to return, to realign, to refine. The heart that seeks improvement, that chooses intentionally, that reflects the light of Allah even in small acts. That heart is a heart that is alive, growing, and radiant. Let this reflection guide you gently into your daily life, each interaction, each choice, each moment of silence or speech is an opportunity to express your highest self. The character of a Muslim is a continuous journey, a delicate and profound weaving of intention, effort, and reflection. And when we cultivate it with sincerity, patience, and mindfulness, it transforms not only ourselves, but the world around us quietly, beautifully, and eternally. And so I leave you with this gentle reminder: your character is your silent dawah, your heart refined through awareness, patience, and compassion is your most beautiful testament to faith. Let every day be an opportunity to embody the values you cherish. Let every action reflect your connection to Allah. Let every choice be a quiet affirmation of your highest intentions. And let your life, through your character, inspire, uplift, and illuminate the hearts of others.